So in today's video, I'm going to show you how some rubber tubing and an alignment stick can really help you train your lower body to move better in the golf swing. So welcome back again to my back garden. I've got my heating net up. We're talking about the lower body and how you can train it at home with a rubber tubing and an alignment stick. These drills, these two drills that I'm going to show you are incredibly useful to do at home and give you some great feels for your golf swing. So the lesson plan today is to talk about a body movement, or the lower body movement I should say, in terms of the backswing and the downswing, and start to show you what you can do in terms of using some resistance in order to improve that. Just before we get started, if you're new to my channel, you're not a subscriber, I'd love to be part of the community. It is free. And I really truly believe that these videos can help you play some better golf and enjoy your time on the golf course a little bit more. So the first thing we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about a lower body which tends to sway off the ball this way. So we see that very commonly, the lower body swaying off the ball this way gives golfers issues with contact, strike, all those types of things. So we need to use the tubing and the alignment stick, set that up. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that now. So I've got the alignment sticks popped into the ground, just angled away from me, and I've got this tubing sort of wrapped around it at the bottom. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to take my address to this golf ball. This takes a little bit of setting up initially, but take my address to the golf ball, which is there, and then I'm going to take this tubing, I'm going to pop it around my waist, if I can do this. Join it together so it doesn't come loose, and just try and get that relatively around my lead hip. Now, there's a fair bit of tension on that tubing. If I completely relax, it is pulling me towards that tubing. Now, as you can imagine, the further I stand away from that alignment stick, the more tension I put to that tubing. So you can actually make this as easy or as hard as you like. So I'm going to move a little bit further away. Now, what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to make a backswing. Now, if I completely relax and don't really think about anything, and if I start to make that slide off the ball that I don't really want, the tubing pulls me in that poor direction, and I really sort of move over that way. So what you're going to be doing here at setup is you're already going to be applying a little bit of a force in this direction with your legs to stop you getting pulled towards that alignment stick. So as I start to make some backswings here, it's going to start to really give me a good sensation of what I actually want to do in my golf swing, because it's trying to pull me into the position I'm trying to avoid. Therefore, I'm being forced to make some other sort of movements or some forces, whatever you want to call those things, to sort of keep me more in position. What I would get you to do is, I wouldn't get you to hit any golf balls initially, just make some golf swings, starting to feel what that's like. And then if you take the tubing away, make some swings, you'll be incredibly surprised at how that feels. It feels very different. You'll almost feel as if you're moving forward, because as soon as you take that resistance away, the movement that you're applying in this drill feels very different. Now, there's absolutely no reason why you can't hit balls that way, but you wouldn't really be too concerned with the result. You'd be more just trying to, you know, get a sensation of what that's like going back. If you were going to hit balls, personally, I would get you to do it with a pause at the top. So you make a little backswing, start to sense what that's like, and then you can just go ahead and just hit the golf ball. But it's really a backswing drill. It's trying to get us to sense what's happening in the backswing. So, what do we tend to see as a fault in the downswing? Well, generally, we don't tend to see golfers making enough of a lateral shift in this direction. We tend to see a little bit of a movement that way in the backswing, which we've just discussed, and then very often we see this kind of rotating, spinning movement where the belt buckle stays too much middle of the heels and the weight stays in the back foot. And one of the telltale signs that we see at the follow through is that trail heel starts to spin out away. So this tubing here is pulling me towards the alignment stick. So this works backswing and downswing. So for me, I'm going to feel like I stay very centered. That really stops my lateral sway off the ball. Now, if I start to feel like I shift forwards, that's pretty difficult because there's a lot of tension being offered through this band. But I can start to feel like I get my belt buckle more over my lead heel. That's a sensation. It doesn't necessarily need to get that far forward, but it's really difficult. But when I can try and do that with a golf ball, let's do that with a pause. So centered turn, belt buckle forwards and through. I'm effectively making the correct move a lot more difficult. Now, as soon as I take that tubing away and bring a ball in, I'm going to very, very quickly sense this center turn with this forward movement. And that felt very, very different because I just trained that move for a few moments. So effectively, what is this going to do for your golf swing? Well, if you can take away some of this movement off the ball, you're probably going to find that you are more likely to strike the ball as we'd like. And if we can sort of add this movement here, which is a little bit more forward of the hips, we start to be able to get the handle forwards, we start to be able to control the loft of the golf club. That enables us to hit the ball from higher in the face, enables us to get a low point further forward. And generally those are the things that really correlate to handicap level. The golfers who struggle with higher handicaps very often struggle with strike, and we can relate that to the lower body. So this is an absolutely unbelievably good drill that you can do at home just to start to train how your lower body moves. Start to strike it like that and you will see those scores tumble, trust me. So a light stick, a bit of rubber tubing. Now just have interest, that tubing I use there is not golf specific, so it doesn't have to be a golf training aid. A lot of you will have something like that, an elastic tubing. That's all you need, get it hooked around a light stick and you've got a training station that is going to help you work on your strike. All right, hope that video helps. Thanks for watching. Usual stuff is down below. Comments box, like button, and also make sure you share this video with someone who you think could benefit. I'm sure they'll appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you back here again soon.